I got a feeling that you got me covered too. I got you covered. I got you covered.
Hi, everybody. How is everybody doing tonight? I know the fall leaves are up, and I know it's Christmas. Believe me, it's snowing outside, but I have not had a chance. We just got back a little bit ago. We got back about 5:30, and I always have to change the sheets after I get back and get some things organized. And so I just had a shower. I mean, I'm coming to you as real as I could get right now. Nothing fancy about Blessed to Crochet. If not, I mean, I just figured out, listen, we're going to start off Christmas Connection as real as I can get, right? Anyway, it's all about being real and finding life where you're sitting and where you may be. And so, anyway, I haven't been able to do that. I have the stuff to do the wall and so forth, and I will do that. So probably tomorrow when we do Christmas Connection, there will be Christmas stuff up. So you can say goodbye to all the fall leaves. They'll be up next year, hopefully. And I am exhausted. We just got back about 5:30. My mom's taking Christina back home. And we stopped off at Raising Cane's and had dinner, ate in the car. It's snowing. Um, and I'm just exhausted. I absolutely love that time with his family. And of course, I'm so grateful to his aunt and uncle who open up their home to us and, allow us to come stay so we don't have hotel costs. And I'm so grateful so grateful that they do that every year and allow us to do it. It is just, I'm just beyond grateful to them. But we tend to sleep on softer beds and they have harder beds. So my body feels like, ooh, we've been through the ringer a little bit, and that's okay. I'll do it. We ended up bringing air mattresses. Hi, Janice. How are you? Air mattresses with us because Christina was going to sleep in the other room, and the beds are queens. Josh and I are used to sleeping on kings, and so it's a little tight on a queen. I mean, he's like 6'2", and they're even. I think they're smaller. They're smaller than even a queen. But anyway, so we brought the air mattress, and we did. Um, we brought the air mattress, and so the first night he slept on the one, and by about 5 o'clock in the morning, his legs were up here, and he's calling, asking me for help because he's down here, and his legs are all the way up here. And so the second night, I said, "Oh, I don't know if I can do the bed again." I put clothes and as much padding as I could because I'm a side sleeper. So she said, "Mom, let's go watch," because they have a lovely living room area. Beautiful home, and they have like an electric fireplace there. And so she says, this is Friday, and so she says, "Why don't you bring the air mattress out here and get it all fixed up and so forth, and lay here." And Josh was laying on the couch. That's where he slept. It's actually very comfortable. And she said, "We can watch Santa Claus." So that's what we did. And I said to my husband, "If I fall asleep on this thing, just let me be." Hi, Sandy. I said, "Just let me be." And so I slept on that. And then the next night, she wanted to do that again. She said, "Mom, bring the air mattress out here and we'll all sit and watch a movie." So they went off to bed and we stayed up till about midnight and watched a movie, which, we don't get to do that now that she's married and out of the house and so forth. We don't get to do that kind of stuff. So that was really fun. I really enjoyed that. And I think I fell asleep probably about 12:30, and I don't think I moved. I moved, but I did not get up because getting up from there was a little bit of a challenge to say the least. I don't know how I did it. So if I didn't have to get up, my body just stayed right where it was. I had such a hard time getting up because I don't remember it being this cold in oh goodness gracious, in in Indiana. I don't remember ever snowing when we've gone past a couple of years, and snowing on the way back. I don't remember any of that. And it was cold. I mean, it's probably about 25 degrees and it's snowing. So we're not going to go any place tomorrow. I have a blanket that needs to get finished. For the next Sunday, for this coming Sunday. So I will be working heavily on that. It's almost done. And tomorrow we'll go ahead and get rid of our fall leaves and get our disco ball ornaments up and our wintry stuff up. I just couldn't do that tonight. But y'all, this is really important. I mean, like I said, we're going to go in. You have a blanket to finish too? We're going to go in for this Christmas connection. Now, let me just preface this. If we get on and people are on and they're chit-chatting and we're on for 2 hours and I've got the time, that's perfectly fine with me. That doesn't matter. I'm thrilled. It will not be any 2 hours tonight. that I can tell you. I'm ready. I'm ready to go to bed. I cut my hair so I don't. You can all see how much hair I really don't have. I don't have any. It's very fine baby hair. So we're just gonna get on, and we are going to. And so if we're connecting, I'll leave it on. The whole purpose of doing a live every day in December was that we are using that time to connect. You all have a place to come to. Now, the times may vary. I set them up originally just so people could see them in the system for 7 o'clock. But that may change. Oh, that's wonderful. I made an angel ornament yesterday for a swap and doing a divine hat too. Oh, awesome. That is wonderful. So you guys got projects to do. But the purpose of doing this is that everybody realizes that the times may change. You know, I set them up for 7, but I may say, listen, today it's not going to work at 7. It's going to work at 2. So just go to the live and see if it does change times. Right now I have it for 7 o'clock. If it does change times, I will let you all know in a community post. I will put it in the Lighthouse Beacons for those people that are in the Lighthouse Beacons group. And so, you'll be aware if the times change. I will try to place it as many places as I possibly can so you guys know it. Connection is so important. And I've actually really missed. I haven't been able to be in relatable recess chats and mod in there, and I haven't been able to be in the lifeboat too much. I've been in spotty where I can, and I really miss it. I just looked back this Thanksgiving and I said, I'm so grateful to the lifeboat and making all those connections. And it has just been such a positive thing. We've got all those wonderful cookie recipes that are coming out, the Blessed Cookie Connection 24. And let me just tell you, I'm having so much fun doing that. I have another one of my recipes that's going to come from Mama of Blessed Crochet. And the reason I'm going to do that one is because I want people to see you do not have to have content on your channel to participate. But there should be another cookie recipe coming out at 7 o'clock. I forgot who was up next. I can't remember. I think it was Misha. I think it was Awakened by the Looking Glass. She was the one that did the 7 o'clock. She was the one today, not 7 o'clock. She was just the one. So they're always going to come out at 7 o'clock at night. Those shorts, but we need more cookie recipes. But I think that there's so much fun, and I've had a lot of fun when people send their pictures over and they're doing it. I'm going to sneeze. You just hate it when you know you're going to sneeze and it just stops and you didn't sneeze. Nope, it was a sneeze. Sending today. Okay. Hi, Bud Files. How are you? So the cookie recipes, you do not have to have content on your channel. You can just go ahead and submit it. But I've had so much fun with entering or putting in these recipes and be able to have some of the, like, pictures and stories coming from them. Some of it's just, this is a great recipe, you got to try it. I love that. I just put in, Janice, I just put in the link. You just go to that form, you submit, and you can submit more than one if you want. You submit your cookie recipe, and if you want me to include a special photo with it, then you go ahead and you send me a photo. And in the form, it's a real easy form to fill out. It'll tell you exactly where to send any, like a picture, like if you go back and look at some of the cookie recipes that we've done, and there's a playlist, and I've got to get that into Nightbot. Explanation, or not explanation. There's a playlist. This is all the cookie recipes you can see. So if you have a cookie recipe that you and your mother did, and you have a picture of you and your mom, hi Foothills, and you want to go ahead and send that picture to us, I'll go ahead and put it on the cookie recipe. And it's just a short. We ask you to pick out your couple favorite Christmas songs, first, second, and third choice, which has made them even more special, because then people are sending in the song that means something to them, and I think it is so special. But I'll have my mom do one, and she's going to put in one, because I thought this way people can see this is a channel that doesn't have content, and you don't have to. I wanted to try to bring those all together. And then we have a Facebook group for anybody that has submitted a cookie recipe, so they can start connecting in the Facebook group. Once the cookie recipes stop, then they're going to have the whole 9 months before we start opening it again. Everybody come in that Facebook group and make all those wonderful connections. So it's just awesome to see. But the playlist is the playlist will say hashtag Blessed Cookie Connection 24 all, and all of the cookie recipes are in there. And then there's 2 additional playlists. There's ones that channels that have content and channels that don't have content, so people can divide both of those up. Hi Alfonso, how are you? Your cookie recipe went up yesterday. Hope you got to see it. I'm sorry I couldn't be on the live, but we were at a Christmas party, so I tried to be in the chat to make sure that we were keeping everybody safe and sound in there. But you did great yesterday. So next week I will be on. But his recipe came out, and so it's so neat to see some of these recipes. And I know that it may look small, but in every one, in all the descriptions, is everybody's directions on how to cook the cookie recipe. And so that's going to be, they're just awesome. I'm really enjoy doing all the stories for them. And it's just like a virtual cookie exchange. That's what it becomes. But also there's connections happening from the cookies. And I think what's happening too is there's a connection that's happening to different people that have content on their channel that are telling a little bit of a story behind the cookie recipe. And it builds those connection points. And I'm really enjoying doing them. That's okay. You're fine. You were perfectly fine yesterday. No problem. I did drop your cookie recipe in the chat, though, in your thing. But I'm really sorry I couldn't be on. But I'm looking forward to being on next week, this coming week with you. You were rocking that Santa hat. Now that I'm back in tow. But we're going to do this. And like I said, from day one, it may be me sitting in this chair, tired and exhausted, if depending on what I'm doing, or if I'm having a bad pain day or whatever it is, but we're going to find a way to connect every day in December. And there'll probably be more than one. Now, there is a video that's going to be coming out because it's a collaboration I'm doing with, I forgot who the channel is that's collaborating. I want to say it's Life in the Piedmont. And it is Gifts from Home. And we were at his father's side of the family party, and she did the most adorable gift. Oh my goodness, guys, it was adorable. And that will be I'll put that up for everybody to see. That'll be coming out on the 6th. And then I have two, just as our way of saying thank you to all our members. And we did upload 3 new emojis. 3, if I can get it right. 3 new emojis that are Christmas. We took down the fall and put up the Christmas ones. And we have 2 members only videos. And eventually they'll be able to be, I can have the public look at them, but right now they just have to be members videos. And it's just our way of saying thank you to all our members that support this channel. We are extremely grateful for them. But I got something cute too coming out for the people that are non-members. And again, we appreciate you no matter what. We are so grateful for all the subscribers to this channel and so grateful for everything. We are so, so appreciative of it. But they gave a little invitation out to some of the content creators, and we got one, and I'm going to take them up on their the opportunity from YouTube. So I'm going to be doing those for the members. I got to finish that project. I was trying to get done before I left, and it just didn't happen. But guys, I'm exhausted. Now, I will tell you, I have a story to tell, and I think I'm going to save it for tomorrow. And I think that I probably want to preface it when I tell it tomorrow, in the sense that if you are holding on to anything, if you have people in your life which you're holding on a grudge to, or you just had an unforgiving spirit to, I think that's more the word of it. Take the time to open yourself up, because what that does is open yourself up for healing. And for Josh and his dad, it certainly did. It was pretty amazing just to kind of see what's happening in that trail. And it's taken several years. And it was really, it just was a special moment that I will never forget. And so I'll tell that story tomorrow. You have to stay tuned. And I got some stuff to do this wall, and I'll take the leaves down, and we'll get them up and running. And I was going to do a video that I was going to do for an idea as a Christmas present for the Gifts from Home. I'm not going to do that for that. I'm going to do that for you guys. I will offer the recipe that you could download in our merch store, for a little thing if you want to download the recipe part of it. But that way you could just print it off and staple it to the cards. But it's an actual bean soup recipe because it's cold, and a lot of people have had ham already for Thanksgiving, and they're looking for another 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 way to use the ham. So it's we're going to call it the Christmas connection soup. And or the connection soup or something like that, and I will put it up. And really neat way to do. So I'll put that together for y'all. It won't be till after the 6th, but it'll be in plenty of time. And then we have the Gifts from Home. So I've got 2 little gifts from that. And so we're gonna get some stuff out there. I know Christina said she wants to go to Kingwood Center, which is just beautiful. I very well may have to do video of that and then make a video for y'all to watch, because they have music and I'll probably have to voice over some of it, because otherwise they'll say, sorry, you can't. The YouTube does the YouTube thing, which is fine. Let them let them do that, right? So we're thankful that they give us this platform so that we can do all this wonderful connection, right? So how was everybody's Thanksgiving now that I've talked for about a half an hour and 20 minutes? How was everybody else's Thanksgiving? Did everybody have a good gobble day? I know we did. We had a good time, and I got to see all my nieces, and well, not all, but some of my nieces and nephews. I got my hugs from them, and I got to see the new. You had a good Thanksgiving. Well, that's good, Alfonso. Um, One of his cousins had a new baby, so I got to play. What a happy baby he is! And I had this sparkly shirt on, this little bicycle. Yours was good, Janice. Bicycle shirt on with pumpkins and stuff, and I had him just standing up, because he's probably when was he born? Well, he's probably a good 4 or 5 months old, somewhere around there. And anyway, he was standing there and he just was screaming because my shirt was all sparkly, and he was just having a just oh my he was just so happy and squealing and making all different kind of noises. He was just thrilled to death that this shirt, he was just watching my shirt sparkle and everything, and he was dancing. Oh my goodness. And I let him do that for about a half an hour, and he was just fascinated by that shirt. It was probably about 20 minutes having a grand old time. Got to hear my favorite song. Oh, I've never heard it. I'll have to look at this song. Uh, Gabe, Gabe, Gabe the Gobbler by Ray Rogers. I will have to listen to that song, Janice. I've never heard it. I will definitely have to listen to that. And then his aunt Treva does these wonderful hot chocolate sticks, and you put them in the hot chocolate. Oh, they're so good. Hi, Brian. How are you, hon? They're so good. If we had milk, I would fix myself a hot chocolate. It's snowing. I just cannot believe it. It's probably about 25 degrees out there. It has to be. I mean, we had snow flurries last night. And then this morning in Columbus, sunshine, and it was probably about in the 50s. I was like, how could it go from like 25 degrees and snowing to like the 50s and sunshine? It was unbelievable. Because we went in the party last night, and by the time we get out, the car was covered. The windshields were covered in snow. The back window was entirely covered, and we were coming home, and the stone was sticking to the ground and everything. And then on the way here, we had snow flurries happening. So there's my most. Oh, it's going to be a calm winter. I don't think so. I do not think so. I think it's going to be a very, very snowy winter from what I can see. Um, Down in the description, or down the link that just dropped, is the Lighthouse Beacons. So if you're not a part of that group, that is our Facebook group, because we're also disco balls. I should put that saying in the Nightbot. But then also, we're proud disco balls, because disco ball is a bunch of broken pieces put together to make a magical ball of light. You ain't broken your disco ball, right? And we are also beacons of light. So we can be beacons to everybody out there. My husband and I both love lighthouses. So we can be beacons of light out there to everybody. So we can be both. We can be lighthouses and disco balls. And if you think about it, if the lighthouse shines on the disco ball, we'll be even brighter, right, for everybody to see all those connection points that are happening. Excuse me. My bed looks so good. Oh my goodness. I know Sandy was saying to me the other day, she said, air mattresses are wonderful. And I said, yes, they are, but my bed's better. I was like, I want my bed. Please, my bed. I don't care where you go. You know, you want to come home, you want to crawl in your own bed, and it's just comfort. It's comfortable. It has the way that you're, your comfort. So tomorrow morning I get up, I get to have my own coffee. They had good coffee, but I get to have my own coffee and just sit, and maybe I'll make some. Well, it depends. If we don't have any milk, I can't make any. I can't make any cream of wheat. I'll have to wait because I probably won't get to the store until Tuesday. Janice, are you trying to drop your link? Which is fine if you want to. If Sandy wants to post it, it's fine. I don't have that feature on the Nightbot, and there's a reason why I don't. What I do for people, and I haven't done it for a while because I need to be on something when I do it, is I give everybody that has a channel, as long as they're supporters of this channel, right? And they come in and they just come in and connect with people, and you see them coming in the chat. They get like a code. Like when the Nightbot, you get exclamation point and you get a code. So I'm going to take a snapshot, make sure I'm connected with your channel. And that way, when they come in the chat, as long as they're not coming in and dropping the exclamation point and whatever, if I put like exclamation point Janice, as long as they don't come in and just say hi, drop their link and leave, then they can have that. And then this way they can drop their link whenever they need, whenever they like to. As long as they're coming in and connecting, I have no problem with it. I'm all about wanting to make sure that, Sandy, if there's a way to do it, if you could drop her link. I'm not on my regular thing, so I'm on the phone. But I have no problem. I'm all about, there's so many. Thank you so much. And I will get you a code, Janice, tomorrow. I'll put it in Nightbot. I'm all about the fact that I remember when I was sitting there. You're welcome. I remember when I was sitting at 200 or 300 people. Any content creator that I went on that was bigger than me, when they took a moment to say, hey, can you go subscribe to my friend over here? People actually went and did it. They did it, and I got some subscribers, and I grew. And so I'm all about doing. I'm all about helping people grow. That's why when we were doing our memberships for our channel, we didn't want to do. And this channel is I help my mother with it. It's her channel. I do it for the connection. Any of the monetization goes to my mom. Hi, Carrie on. How are you? I didn't want any kind of I didn't want any of it. I said I just want the connection part of it. So we didn't want to put shout outs in the perks for the Proud Disco Ball membership, because we do every day, and I took a screenshot of your channel, we do a take a break every solitary day, or we try to. There are some times I goes, oh, I need to get caught up with that. And that's where we try to put in channels, especially smaller channels, that need help or need or great channels or so forth that we want to be able to tell people about and have people go over and subscribe. So we do that just as a way of helping and doing what we can on our part to be able to do it. Because when somebody gives me a shout out, it means the world. Um, and I really genuinely appreciate it. So we do a really special take a break on the community post. Now, I want to say this. The community posts are like the lamp your aunt gave you for your wedding gift that you kind of stick in the corner and they kind of have because when she comes around, then you got to have show the lamp, right? Well, when you start going to a page, community post and paying attention to their post, their community post, you're going to start showing it up in your feed because a lot of people say, well, I never see any of the community posts because, on my thing. If you start going there, I have started seeing a lot more of my community posts because when I go to a channel, I go check out what they're doing on their community post. Are they lifting up other channels? It gives you a feel of what the channel's about and what they're doing. We're all about connecting. And the reason why I didn't want to just put the word drop or to give people a word to necessarily drop your link in the post was because I felt like I'd rather have them have a special code that they could do, come in, connect with them, see what they're going to do. Because there's some people that say hi, and then once they drop their link, and I've seen it in other chats, that when they have that link, they kind of do that and they go, hi, and they talk a little bit, and they drop their link and they leave. Well, I didn't want that. I wanted people to come in and realize that if they're coming in, I wanted them to feel like they were a little special, that they had something that was special and that we appreciate their support. Here's a code. You can drop your link when you would like to drop it. Just don't drop it right away. But that they could come in and connect. And I'll put I can do that with Nightbot. I can put as many commands in as I want. And that may down the road change, but that's the way we have it set up. And I have some awesome mods. I've got Sandy, I've got some awesome mods, and they're on top of it. And right now, with the size of our channel, oftentimes when I'm sitting here too, and I'm on the computer and not on my phone, I'll have my phone, and when I see somebody come in the chat, I'll actually drop their link. I'll be able to go and just hit their name and drop their link, and underneath Blessings Through Connection, which is our other channel, which one of these days, maybe I'll get that one up and running. Right now, it's just, that one you can just, if you go to our link tree and go to our link tree, that page is in there. I think this is the code. And you can find that page, and that has a playlist on it. And you can go in there and see how we'll start building more playlists on that channel for everybody to connect with each other and find channels. That page is really there for right now. Can you please connect with Mom and Son Train Rail Foundation? Is about boy with autism who does monitors. I will. I'm going to take a snapshot of it right now, and I will look that up. Absolutely, Afonso. I'm all about that. I think I'm going to try. Lewis Acre Karma wants me on, so we're going to do that. And anybody that won anything from the monetization celebration, I have your things, and I will get that out, and I'm going to work on that this week because I've got things that need to go out and so forth and so on. So I'll make sure all that starts to get out. And after the 6th or after the 3rd, go ahead and start getting all of those things mailed out because people want soap savers, and I've got to get some connection cakes done and so forth and so on. So I really appreciate everybody's patience tremendously for that, because leading up to, if I had thought a little bit more, I probably would have waited to do the monetization celebration until after the craft show. But I did it before, and then I'm like, I can't focus on this. I need to focus on the craft show my mom and I were doing, and then I can focus back on this. So then, of course, we had Thanksgiving, and then I hurt my foot, and then we had to trip, and so now I can refocus again. So I appreciate everybody's patience, for everybody that won anything from the monetization celebration. If you email me what you won, you will get your winnings to you. I promise that, because it's really special to me that I fulfill those, especially because you guys are so awesome. So I just look forward. I think the connections that are going to be made over the coming months, but this month they'll be really powerful. And I'm just so thankful for all of you tremendously. And I hope that you enjoy. I hope you look forward to it. And you've got my channel, you've got the lifeboat, you've got my other's keeper, you've got Kristen, you've got Mrs. Sunrise Dawn, you've got all these wonderful connection points. So there is no reason for you not to feel like you've got connections. And again, if we're, you got Reese's channel, all those places, and if for some reason the chat's rolling and we need to stay on for 2 hours, this is exactly what we'll do. I'm all for it. I don't think that's gonna happen tonight. Sorry, I know yawning's contagious. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to, but 5.5 hours in the car in a sardine car. Can anybody explain to me how we left there, and I thought, well, on the way back I had presents for my nieces and nephews, right? Presents for them. I had brought the stuff to make another pumpkin cake, and I actually emptied one bag and condensed it. Can you please answer me the question to how the car could be more packed, more difficult to pack? We felt like freaking sardines in there. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, can we please have the car? How could the car be more? I don't understand it. I don't. I was sitting there going, come on. Oh my goodness. I was sitting there, how can there. We were pretty tightly packed in a Honda Accord before we left, but it just seemed like we were packed even more after. I was like, where did all this other stuff come? Oh, it just seemed like we were, oh my goodness. So we were pretty, it was pretty tightly packed in that car. Oh, good. Oh, I love it. If you have a question for the ages that no one seems to have come up with an accurate explanation for, yep, I don't think so. I'm just sitting there going, but how? And I said to my daughter, I even condensed one bag into another bag. How could we be having this much trouble getting it all in? I just didn't understand it. I'm like, one point I was like, I don't know how we're going to get all this stuff from the car. Oh, Lord, we got it. We got home, but I didn't quite know how. And I don't know how bad it's snowing out there yet. And I don't want to open the door because then Moko will go, oh, it's time to go out. I have no desire to take her out. None whatsoever. So anyway, I'm going to take a moment. We're going to thank our wonderful members, of this channel that are here. We're so grateful for their support. But we're grateful for all of you. It is never expected. It is always appreciated. We're going to just take a moment and do that, and then we'll come back and we'll finish up our connection for today. And then this girl is about had it. But let's take a moment and just have a moment to thank the members.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And yes, I may be a wee little bit of an Elvis fan, and there's another thing too that I want to try to get into a deep dive about, and that is there was a situation that's kind of fascinating me a little bit, and I have to get all the facts together before I bring it in front of everybody. And I want to deep dive a little bit to try to understand this whole thing and understand all the things, but I will. But there was an airplane that was supposedly bought that was Elvis's airplane at one point. And they found it, but there's a whole nother story attached to this. And I found this channel, and they're doing interviews and stories with different people that knew Elvis. I'll tell you one thing. They've interviewed, not all of them were his girlfriends and so forth, but some of them were just friends of him as far as girls. I'll tell you, that man surrounded him with a lot of smart women. Because I've been listening to their interviews and thinking, he got surrounded by some smart cookies, and some very intelligent women. And I thought, he picked out, he said he just loved, he said he could talk to them in a way he couldn't talk to the guys. And just fascinating to listen to some of their stories and their insights into what they thought of him from a perspective. It's been very interesting. So, but I think I want to try to do a little deep dive onto this and see if I can I have to understand it first and get all the facts and then put it in front of you all, because I think you'd find it fascinating. And one of the things that the gentleman said in the piece that Josh found was that Elvis was working with like the FBI or something, and I'm like, well, that's not out of the ordinary. He loved dealing with law enforcement. He had a very good repertoire. He loved collecting badges and all that kind of stuff. So him even agreeing to do that isn't far from the totem pole, because he loved to do that kind of stuff. So I figured that would be, if I can understand it correctly and say I'm trying to get all the facts as accurately as I possibly can, it would be something to try to understand this whole thing. But anyway, alrighty. Well, we've been on here for about 45 minutes, and like I said, like I said, I am done. I'm sure you can understand. Up at 8:30, I've slept, but not as well as I will in my own bed, and I'm tired. And we were in the car for 5.5 hours, and I'm gonna go probably try to crochet, but I may fall asleep. I don't want to fall asleep as early. If I fall asleep now, I won't go to sleep. But we're gonna be back tomorrow. I told you guys, every day this month. It may be sitting here. It may be sitting in the bed. I've got one of those beds that goes up and down, so it may be in there. Maybe in front of the computer. Doubt it'll be outside if this is what the winter looks like that we're going to get into. So anyway, but we're going to make the connection happen, and I appreciate every one of you. Janice, I saw came on my thing that you gave me a shout out, so thank you very much. That's what it's all about. And here's the thing. If you have a channel, this is one thing I'm going to say tomorrow too. If you have a channel and you have one of those cookie recipes I've done for you, go ahead and put it on your community post. Share out your cookie recipe on your community post from my channel. go ahead and put it out. And everybody that got sent in a cookie recipe, they got a PDF or a JPEG for them to do their own short with, just so that it all keeps connecting. Theirs are in red. All of ours will be in green, so you'll know that that's coming from Blessed to Crochet. All the other ones are red. So if you have a channel, and start posting some of those great cookie recipes on your channel. And if you have submitted a cookie recipe and it's up, and go ahead and put it on your community post and just tag our channel. And we're going to help each other. That's all what we do. We just keep connecting and we help each other. So, and there's great connection happening. And that's the story behind the cookie connection, is connection, right? So stay connected, you all. Remember, we've got you covered. Thank you so much for having us covered. Remember, be proud of being yourself, because everyone is taken. Love all of you. Have a great night. I'm going to go to sleep very soon, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye. Christmas Connection, day 1, day 2 tomorrow. Bye, y'all.